Hello everyone! Today I will teach you how to build a sidebar for your WordPress website and also how to use Elementor for your sidebars. Okay, so as you can see, this is my homepage and it has a sidebar on the right. So in WordPress, sidebars can be placed in 3 different places. They can either be on your page, they can also be on your post, and they can also be on the archive page. So for example, if I go to a post, as you can see on the side, you have a sidebar. Now if I go to a page, for example to the contact page, I can see a sidebar which is on the left. And if I go to my home page, which is an archive page, I can see a sidebar on the right. Okay, so now let's edit the sidebars. In order to edit the sidebars, you can do it from the dashboard, or you can do it from the front end. I will show you from the dashboard first. So you go to the dashboard and you have to go to appearance and widgets. So widgets are basically the blocks that build the sidebar. By adding different widgets, you can create your sidebar. On the left, you can see the different widgets available in WordPress. So these are the default widgets, and the one with the pointer thing on the side, these are the widgets that have been added later on. For example, if you install a plugin or a theme, you will have new widgets as well. So as you can see, we have 2 sidebars. We have the default sidebar and the left sidebar. So depending on your theme, you will have different sidebars. Okay, so now let's edit the default sidebar. Let me just remove everything first. I will fast forward this. Okay, so we have removed everything and this is saved automatically. Now if we go to our website, you see an empty sidebar. So now we don't have any widgets in our sidebar. And by adding widgets, we can create the sidebar. For example, I can just drag a widget into my sidebar. Or I can just go onto a widget and choose the default sidebar, add widget. So for example, this is an image widget. So image for the heading, and you can add an image as well. Okay, so now if I go back here and refresh, I can see that these have been added to my sidebar. Okay, so that's how you edit the sidebar using the backend. Now let's do it from the front end. So if you want to change the sidebar from the front end, you go to Customize and you press Widgets. And as you can see, there's a default sidebar. So in WordPress, on the front end, it only shows the sidebars which are active. So at the moment, only the default sidebar is active, and that's why it's only showing the default sidebar. So if you have more sidebars active, you will also see them here. So you click on the default sidebar, and as you can see, these are the widgets. So you can add more widgets to this as well. For example, I will add a form widget. Form, and you can select the form and press publish. And as you can see, it's been added to your sidebar. So this is pretty straightforward. Now you want to define the location of your sidebar. Do you want the sidebar to be on the right? Do you want it to be on the left? Or you want no sidebar basically. So how do you do this? In order to do this, you go back to Customize. And as I said before, we have 3 types of sidebars, either on the post, on the page, or on the archive page. So let's have a look. First, I will go to a post. So in order to change the sidebar on the post, you go to blog and single post. And from this part, you can change the sidebar. You can put it on the right, on the left, on both sides, and so on. Okay, so this is for posts. But if I go to the contact page, which is a page, you will see that the sidebar is on the left and it's not controlled by this. So for pages, you have to go back, go to General Options and General Settings. And this is where you can change the sidebar for pages. And as you can see, I can put it on right, left, or I can even make it full width with no sidebar. Okay, and publish. Okay, one more place that we can have the sidebar is on the archive page. My home page is an archive page, so I will go to my home page and you see it's on the right side. So for the archive pages, you go to the same place, you go to blog, but this time you go to blog entries and you can change the sidebar from here and publish. So one thing to remember, this may differ a bit depending on your theme, but if you go through the customize section, you will find it. But generally, this is how you will change the location of your sidebar. Okay, great. Now let's build a sidebar using Elementor. And let's make a custom sidebar for a page. So let me go to the backend again. I will go to pages and add new. I will create a new page for this. Okay, so we want to edit this page using Elementor. We press edit with Elementor. Okay, so now I will show you how to create a sidebar using Elementor. This is pretty easy to do. So what you have to do is basically you click on the plus sign, and here, as you can see, the different column types, you can choose the sidebar. So you want it on the right, for example, you will press this. And if you go to the widgets in Elementor, you can find a block called sidebar. So there you go. If you pull this block here, you will have your sidebar here. Then you have to choose your sidebar from here, for example, the default sidebar. And there you go. You will see your sidebar in Elementor. But what if you need a custom sidebar? So this is the default WordPress sidebar that you have. You can build a completely custom sidebar using Elementor. So you just remove this and you can build your custom sidebars using the blocks. So for example, you can put a heading, you can write sidebar or my sidebar. You can go back here, put a text, add more blocks. You can add an image, for example, choose image. And I will also add a form, for example. For example, if you want to add a subscription form. And you select your form. And there you go. Now you have a completely custom sidebar. And you press publish. On this side, basically, you can put your page. Press update and preview page. Now, as you can see, you have a custom sidebar for your page. Okay, so now what if you want this sidebar to be shown on all of your website? So this is a customized sidebar only for this page. So if you go to your contact page, you will not have this sidebar anymore. So in order to show this sidebar on all your pages, there are two methods basically. The first method is using Elementor Pro, which you have to pay for. And the second method, you can use a free method to add the sidebar to all of your website as well. And this is through installing a plugin. So I will show you how to add this to all of your website for free. So you go back here, you go to plugins, add new, and you type in Elementor blocks and you press enter. And there you go. So this is a plugin that you have to install. Elementor header, footer, and blocks template. So you press install now and activate. Okay, now it's activated. So for this, you have to go to appearance and header, footer, and blocks, as you can see here. Okay, so this is basically where you have to create your sidebar. So from this section, you press add new. You write in sidebar. In this part, you choose custom block and press publish. Once you publish this, you press edit with Elementor. Okay, so now you can build your sidebar. Basically, so you go here, press the plus sign. You don't have to use this. You can just use the normal one. So I will just add a heading, just for example, heading, a text. I will add an image, custom image. And I will also add a form. Okay, so this is my custom sidebar and we press update. Now we want to use this as a sidebar for our WordPress website. And we want to show it basically on all the site as a global sidebar. In order to do this, once you press update, you go back to your dashboard. Once you go to this section, you will see that you have a shortcode here. You can use this shortcode anywhere on your website. So you press copy and you can put it anywhere you like. So for example, I will go to the first page, widgets page, default sidebar. I will remove everything. And I will add the HTML. So look for the custom HTML and you can put your shortcode here. Press paste and publish. Okay, now you can see that your sidebar is here. And if you close this, you will see that your sidebar will be everywhere. Here, on your post page, on your post, on your page, and it's basically everywhere on your site. Anywhere on your site that you go, you will see your sidebar. So this is basically a global sidebar that you will see everywhere. You will see it on pages, posts, and on archive pages. So this is how you build a sidebar using WordPress and using Elementor. I hope this helps you build an amazing website and create amazing looking sidebars for your website. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe and see you next time.